Hola, Colchoneros. Welcome back to Atleti Fanatics, and we are back. And I think I was better sick only. I would have let Saint Keeks and Fran take over. But yeah, I feel a little better. But unfortunately, I can't say the same about Atleti. I think the first 10 minutes were good, and then we kind of like gave the game away. And again, I think we're out of top eight. So I have a problem speaking right now because of my throat. So I'll let Fran lead today. So, Fran, it's all yours. Go on.
Okay, so uh, bittersweet game. First half was quite good, at least what you said the first 10 minutes, but overall the first half was pretty solid. We were able to pass the ball around well. We were able to find superiority in many places of the pitch. We were getting chances. Their defense looked very shaky in the first half. We could have scored plenty if we were more clinical. Um, well, I posted some stuff about the first half. We in the build up we always had better numbers in midfield, so we could play through their press well. When established in possession, we were finding good spaces for Barrios and Almada. So overall, we were getting spaces, we were getting chances. Their defense looked shaky, and we were getting good chances, but weren't that clinical. And well, stupid mistake by Llorente. Nothing to well, it cost us a goal, but uh, that that hurt us a lot. And yeah, and then the second half was kind of a mess, a bit boring, and some of the subs were quite bad. Overall, the defense were as solid as always. Ruggeri was quite good in his crosses. Hanchko and Pubil were quite good. Well, Pubil for me was man of the match. I don't know about you guys, but for me was very good. Llorente played
Same,
as solid
same,
as
same. To
always,
be honest, that was such a
but
wasteful
come
yellow
on.
card, though. Like, did you guys agree with it? Like, the referee gave Pupi a yellow card for nothing.
I think it was a foul. I just don't know if it was a yellow. I think it was a,
I mean, it was a
especially
foul,
because it was
yes,
the
but it
first
wasn't a yellow. It
interaction.
wasn't a
I don't
yellow.
know.
Yeah.
But yeah, continue, Fran.
No, and overall the first half was very solid, and the second half not so much. So, what do you think, Senkix?
Uh, I'm slowly feeling like I feel like I mentioned it before. It's like I'm slowly feeling losing a little bit of that love while watching these Atletico games, where it's like not quite perfect 11. Even though I think Almada had a really good first half, it was clear to me that if you had Bayern in that position, that was easily going to be a much better half in terms of productivity, in terms of these other things. If he was in the exact same role, I should say. Johnny, I felt was the same thing, where after having such a good game against Alaves, uh, I was a little shocked to see that Johnny was not able to start. Koke didn't have a particularly good game, and it felt like, okay, well, there's three guaranteed subs that's going to happen in the second half. We had a good crack at it in the first half. We could have done a little bit more. Clearly, the plan is working. Let's just keep going on that same plan, and then by the time that we finish that, what do you call it? That these changes, everything will be. That didn't happen like that. I I think it's hard to really say to justify a lot of what Simeone has done thus far in this year, I should say, 2026. Still hasn't addressed the issue with Julian being almost as deep as some of our defensive midfielders. He still hasn't addressed Bayern not being in prime chance creating positions. Uh, I don't know. It's like it's a lot. Giuliano has been better though. I could say that, I guess, but I don't know if that's a tactical thing. I think that's just he's finally back in form. So overall, a must-win game in which I think Simeone completely messed it up in the second half. I don't want to down him too much, but you kind of have to point the blame there, in my opinion. Anyway, that's it.
Yeah,
Uh,
and yeah, go on,
no, no,
Alex.
go on, Fran. Go on, go on. I was just adding to what Sintik said, but yeah, nothing new to it. But yeah, go on.
No, but yeah, overall the feeling is that it was a winnable game. they didn't look great. They looked very shaky in the back. In attack, they weren't particularly great. When we were defending deeper, we were pretty solid. So we didn't suffer at all, and they had quite a lot of problems in the back. So it was a winnable game, but we didn't do that. We didn't win. And like you said, Gigs, the starting 11 was really nice, and how we played that first half was really nice. But then the subs, I feel like maybe Baena, if he would have entered in Almada's place instead of playing as a channel forward, would have been really good. Like if you watch Almada in the first half, he was playing very deep, picking up the ball from Koke. Sometimes Barrios was playing higher than him. Barrios attacked the channels a lot. I remember 3 chances where he attacked the half spaces. So if Baena entered in that role, it would have been so much better. And Julian as well. He's playing super deep. And someone I didn't like today was Sorloth. I think he was very shaky, but I want to hear your thoughts on that, Alex.
No, I definitely agree. I think like with like the thing we were doing with Sorloth was again the we were using him as a target player, which was working at times and which wasn't working at times as well. So it was kind of like 50-50, and then the second half again it was not working at all. First half it worked at times and sometimes it didn't work at all. And one thing I really want to say about Sorloth, like he doesn't anticipate things. I don't know why. For example, there is some deflection or anything, or if let's say like a ball comes out of nowhere, someone plays the ball in the D, with the cross passes. For example, Julian Alvarez played a few passes where Sorloth made very late runs to it, and then he's like, ah, shit. And then Giuliano also did that in the second half, where Sorloth didn't anticipate it. So I think, like, with this anticipation as well, it didn't work today. And we've seen this in the past as well, especially I remember the match against Real Madrid, where I think it was a little not a deflection. The Real Madrid player missed it. I don't know if it was Carreras. He missed the ball, and it was a clear goal for Sorloth. And again, he didn't anticipate it because again he thought he's gonna hit it, and it came to him, and then he couldn't adjust, and then Nico also missed the chance because of him. So I think that something has to improve for Sorloth. Like he has to anticipate things. Maybe a ball out of nowhere for a tap in. For example, it happened I think twice or thrice today. So he should anticipate. That's what I would say from this game. And for me, this game for Sorloth, I would say like we didn't, especially like when we caught him off, our crosses were on point. I don't know why this happens, to be honest. When Sorloth is not on the pitch, we keep going after crosses, and when he's on the pitch, we don't cross that much. But I would say like for me, he didn't have a good game. Yes, that's true.
I feel like
Yeah.
the only follow up on that is like I completely understand why Simeone chose to have him tactically and like why he was there. It just felt like the idea was better than the execution, and he should have probably addressed it a little earlier in the game, in my opinion. But yeah,
Yeah, like
Yeah,
seriously, like tell me guys, like why do we keep crossing when Sorloth is not on the pitch? Like we keep crossing after every like 2-3 moves. We keep crossing. Either Ruggeri had one single cross today, by the way, to Giuliano, and after that, I think Sane might have like got better of him. There was just only a few instances where he actually did, because most of the Galatasaray attacks were coming on the right hand side, and Ruggeri was again, I think, again like we're gonna come back to the left back situation, but yeah. Anyway, front, go on.
no, I think it's not about like we cross less when Sorloth is playing. Rather, our chance creation in the second half becomes crossing, while in the first half it's more than just crossing. We do some other stuff, and I don't know why in the second half. I don't know. It's panic. Like we say, oh shit, we need to win the game. Just throw crosses. And I think you said about Sorloth anticipating is that those are basics of a striker, like the instincts of a striker, where to move, when to wait, when to know if the defender can make a mistake, can not reach the ball, like you said with Carreras. And that thing with a 30 years old striker, I don't know how much he can improve that, But yeah, it's not good when you need a goal and your plan is to play Baena, Nico Gonzalez, and Griezmann in the box and just throw crosses. It's really not ideal. I don't think that's how you get goals in football, but what do I know?
True. We'll talk about the second half. Let's go with the first half.
Yeah.
The first 5 minutes, it was very end-to-end stuff, and it was like an entertaining match. First 5-10 minutes, very end-to-end stuff, and I really liked the way Pupil handled Osimhen. Just after he got the yellow, I think he got a little bit behind, but before the yellow, the way Pupil was dealing with Osimhen, I really, really loved it. And I think like we are very lucky that we have someone like Pupil, to be honest. So whoever it was, Busero or anyone, whoever scouted, and I mean now I imagine that we probably were getting his Areso from Osasuna instead of Pupil. So imagine what could have happened. But I think anyway, Pupil again, like you said, was the man of the match for you, and I would say the same. Pupil had a very fantastic game. Even with Hanshko, I would say he had a good game as well with dealing with Osimhen. But Thiago Almada, I would say he was good. Again, we're gonna come back to this with Thiago Almada. The final precision from him, like we don't get that. Like he'll do everything right, but the final pass he'll get it wrong. Maybe a little bit more weight to the pass, because I saw like he was trying to do a 1-2 with Julian Alvarez, and then he did the pass wrong. He put more weight to the pass. So again, like he do everything right, but like he just messes up at the end. And then again, the goal I think was very, very unlucky, to be honest. I don't know, like we talked about it, away from home, like we literally in Spain people call it el pupas. So I think maybe that's right as well, because things like this happen with us. And then that was a yellow card for Pupil. After that, I think like he stepped back a little bit, and then I think that's it for the first half. I don't remember much after that. Like first 20 minutes, I don't remember much. I think it was Galatasaray, yeah, with Ilmaz missing a chance, by the way. Again, coming from the right hand side.
Yeah, one of the things about Almada is that he's very active. He's always very active. He's always wanting to get the ball and do something right away. He's a dynamic player, but as you say, the final ball always he has problems with the weight of his passes in the final ball and sometimes with the orientation. I said it today, but whenever he has to make a pass that isn't across the body, he struggles quite a lot. And that's the 1-2 you say with Julian. He failed exactly at that. So he does some stuff right. He is an option always. He's always energetic, but he fails at some fundamentals that I don't like, and I do like from Baena. But Simeone for some reason plays him super deep, and yeah, he's always in most actions, and that's not the best, to be honest. But yeah, what do you think, Senkix?
I think it's the same thing. I think it's the same. What do you call it? Me and Alex were talking about this in the Alaves game, right? Almada started, looked good, had a good game. You could see all of the same things we mentioned. He has the right idea. He's in the right places. He's doing a lot of really good stuff. And then Baena came on, and it was just like, oh, we probably shouldn't start you, I guess. Because Baena's the same age, if not slightly younger than him, and is just a lot better as a player in terms of the ability to get that link up, that final pass, get that ability to create that build up, do a lot more. We focused heavily on that left hand side today. So we got to see a lot more out of Almada. We got to see Julian sometimes linking up, especially with Almada and Ruggeri on the left hand side. And it was good stuff. I appreciated what I saw out of him. But it was clear to me that I was thinking to myself, does it really make sense to start him here in this game where you need it? Because if you really think about it, there's a whole problem of, what do you call it? Sane is making a lot of very important runs, both defensively and offensively. So I force him to be a little more exhausted because if you get that perfect pass, Sane's making those runs and nothing's going to happen because he's just not going to be there in time. That's my idea of it, anyway. Ultimately, it didn't work out. I think, for instance, for the goal that we conceded, I think Almada was in the right place alongside Ruggeri. He's covering the inside, so Sane cannot make that for inside run. But Koke was actually making an error where he just didn't track the run behind him. And so the space that was supposed to be covered there, which is for Koke to cover, I think it was a mistake. And then, unfortunate for Llorente, but I, this is just in my head, and it may not be true, but I was just thinking, man, for sure, I think if you had Johnny there, that doesn't happen. Like the run is either tracked or the pass isn't able to get to his target. But yeah, that's I don't know. I don't think I have too much to say. I think Giuliano had a really good game, but he was kind of clearly exhausted by the 90 and stuff. I have not much to say about the first half after outside of that, to be honest with you.
I mean, there's not much to say about the second half as well because second half was literally trash. Uh, I mean, everything that happened was like happened in the first half, and the second half was more like it was a trash game only. I think like for either of the teams, I think Galatasaray still had feel like they went for the win at the end, the last 10 minutes. It was Galatasaray who was going for the win while we were literally struggling. And I didn't know like why like we were crossing when Baina was literally at the center trying to hit the ball.
Bayern and Griezmann, yeah, tallest players in our
And
squad.
exactly, like didn't make sense. Like Davison Sanchez like can do that, like like hold them off. Literally, you can take the match to whatever minutes you want. Like he can handle them easily. So in the second half, I think Alex Baena for Almada kind of like made sense because again, like Thiago Almada with his final pass, he was lacking, so that kind of made sense. With Alex Baena maybe improving that, but again, you're gonna play him in a different position now. So obviously, you're fucking up with the plan, and this has been the story for this season that Simeone gets like the first couple of substitutions right, and then he's gonna fuck up with the third and fourth one because the Barrios one didn't make any sense at all to me. Like, why would you take off Barrios? Like, you only have one good midfielder right now. That is Paulo Barrios. And you can just take him off only. Like, why? Why would you even do that? And Cardoso is fine. Cardoso for Koke was totally fine. And for me, it would have made much more sense if you wanna like put Pubil on the right back situation. Like take off maybe I don't know Sorloth, and then you can put in Roblin Normand, and then you can move Pubil to right back, Lorente to midfield, or maybe to the right midfielder side, or maybe push Giuliano a little bit up. That would have made much more sense with Julian Alvarez. But taking off Barrios didn't make any sense, and then
I didn't even
complete.
I didn't even think of that, and I'm just thinking to myself, yeah, that probably would have made a lot more sense than whatever just happened in that those last two shows.
True, and then again, the only chance I remember from Atleti was the David Hansko one, which I think he should have scored. That was the
Yeah,
only chance we got. I think it was from a corner as well. So I think David Hansko should have. No, it was from a cross. And Giuliano, it was from Giuliano's header as well. I think David Hansko should have scored that one. But it's okay. Even Galatasaray missed a few chances. So I think 1-1, I think, is a good result. Like, I mean, not really for us because as you can see, the table, we're out of top 8. And but I think 1-1 was a deserved result, I would say, for both the teams. And one thing I really want to say is that like first half Julian Alvarez was good, but like Julian Alvarez will do everything good. Like he did everything good today. Again, like he's lacking that I don't know shooting boots where he used to curl those shots into top corners. He's lacking that,
I
and
remember, I
even
remember. Do you remember that moment where he's right at the edge of the box the first time in the second half, and you're thinking to yourself, "Yeah, just have a go," and then he passes it to Ruggeri, and I'm like, "That's not what I'm expecting you to do here. Like, you have enough
even
space to take
yeah,
that shot."
even Thiago Almada was in the same position so many times. We've seen
Mhm.
Thiago Almada doing that with Argentina, just curling the ball in top corners. And Julian Alvarez did it in the first half, but again, I think he's missing those shooting boots. I don't know what's going on with him. He did everything right today. It's just the shooting part, like where Julian Alvarez lagged for me today. And again, you're gonna take him off as well. and then put on Griezmann, and then your front two is going to be what, like Griezmann and Alex Baena. Like Nico Gonzalez again, back to that, Nico Gonzalez thing, playing every damn game. But I don't know what to say about the second half, to be honest. There wasn't much. Just I think Simeone gave away the game with the third, fourth, and fifth substitution, and that's it. And I think Galatasaray had a much better chance, to be honest. If David Hansko scored, then maybe we could have defended. But I think at the end of the game, like last 10 minutes, Galatasaray was better than us for sure.
What do you think of the? What do you think of your second half, Fran?
It's what always happens. We have a somewhat solid first half, and then in the second half, all the momentum goes down. Substitutions take away all our potential to do good stuff, like our difference makers. Barrios, Alvarez, gone right when you need a goal. It's not, even if they are not playing the best, you can take out your difference makers when you need a goal. And yes, you say Giuliano Alvarez was quite good, except with his shooting. And yeah, he isn't doing what you expect from your superstar, to carry you even when you like. Do you guys remember the Real Madrid game from last season where we were not doing
Bernabeu,
perfectly, and
and then he gets a
he
goal
all
out
of a
of nowhere.
sudden, exactly. So that's what you need from your superstar, but he's not doing that. Anyway, he's playing well. But yeah, in the second half, all momentum goes down. Subs that don't really make sense. Romy Lenormand, he didn't cost us anything this game, but I was scared for my life. Just thinking of them having a counter-attack where Osimhen attacks in the spaces around Romy Lenormand. That scared me. Okay, Johnny was a good sub. Baena was a good sub, but Baena was a good sub. Sub made sense, but he was playing up top as if he was Sorlo. So that didn't make sense. And Johnny made sense. I would have started him because we needed his more energetic presence. Griezmann,
physicality as well. I think with Lemina and Torreira, you needed that physicality in midfield.
Yeah, exactly. Lemina and Torreira are two guys that tend to eat space, and someone like Johnny would have been nice. So Griezmann as well. Griezmann again has tried a bicycle kick in the opposition goal after a cross. Something he's going to get it, But
I mean, since you mentioned Griezmann, I remember the free kick as well. I think he lacked pace in that free kick. He lacked pace. I think he was trying to do what he did in the Copa del Rey, but then I think the Copa del Rey one was much near to the goal. So like without the pace, the precision worked. But this time, like we were a little far behind from the goal. So like he needed some pace to be the goalkeeper.
Better positioning as well. Like the one from Deportivo was better placed for a left-footed, I think like this game would have been one of those games where you can get something out of a corner kick, maybe Jimenez entering the pitch instead of Lenormand.
Like we said in the preview. Fran. We said it in the preview.
I agree. I don't know why like we're not playing Jimenez that much. Like if it like is Jimenez not even fit to play 30 minutes?
That's another question we probably have to ask, because why is Lenormand being given this kind of confidence when every time you've given the confidence, we've played much worse as a direct result of it? You know what I mean? I don't know.
And sometimes I feel like Simeone plays players due to how much we paid for them. Like, we paid 35 million for Romy Lenormand. We have to play him. If not, he's not worth it. But it's so funny because if you look at our bench, we used all the senior players as subs, except for Jimenez, and then the rest are all youngsters. And in this week, I think today, Cerezo talked, and he didn't say that the club was really pushing to get transfers. So that's the thing that worries me, because yes, the momentum of the team went down in the second half. The subs weren't great, but also we don't have any other sub to play.
We'll talk
It's
about the transfer rumors as well just after this.
it's
But
quite
yeah, go on,
frustrating.
Fran.
No, I was just saying that we don't have much else to play when we need a
His
goal.
since you mentioned the youth players, right? So let's look at the players that were on the bench. Julio Diaz, a left back. Taufik Seydu, centre midfield. Ryan, attacking midfield slash centre midfield. Likes to play on the left, can also play on the right. What do you call it? And the last two, the
Iker
last
Luque.
Ike Luke, right? Winger. Likes to play on the right wing, can play on the left. So I look at that, right? That's four youth players. All of those positions are not really positions we're particularly deep in right now, right? So there's a clear understanding. Let's say Ruggeri gets injured. We know Hanko is going to play there, but if there's a possibility that both of those things, maybe Julio Diaz, whatever it is, right? Like the point is, they're kind of there as like almost an insurance rather than, yeah, we should do something different. But it's like when you look at these subs, I think 3 of those 5 subs were good subs. Griezmann, Johnny, like you both mentioned, Griezmann, Johnny, and what do you call it? Bayana were all 3 good subs. The subsequent decisions after that, like the Lunamon sub for Barrios, I can't explain that one. I hope it's not an injury, but I feel like that's the only explanation that could even make some kind of sense because Barrios was one of our better players this game. The the sub for Nico on Julian, there's no real explanation outside of you're being a bit stupid right now. Like, Nico just came off of a very long injury. He has no rhythm. This is a must-win game. Julian Alvarez has been good. Why are you taking him off? But in
He
this
did a
game,
couple of good nutmegs though.
sure, whatever. Good job, Doug. We got the 3 points though. We didn't get the 3 points, but he did the nutmegs. That's what
Yeah,
matters. That's
three,
what really
three,
matters.
three,
Deep down.
three nutmegs equals to 1 goal.
Anyway, Llorente, I don't know if I've said this already or we've Alex or Fran has already said this, but like at this point, I think Llorente should almost exclusively be looked at as a right back because even though he was good again today in midfield, the problem that we had right after those subs that were made was that Llorente is not an outball. He is not Barrios. He doesn't have that ability to just create a little bit of extra space for himself and then create that build up and play. And he's good at covering there right now, but you should exclusively look at him as a right back. And even the Pubil Llorente right side was not as good as Llorente, Barrios, Giuliano in the first half. And it was very clear, even though we were playing a lot more on the right-hand side than the left-hand side in the second half, not a lot of anything was happening in that second half. And Giuliano had a really good first half and a really abysmal second half because of that exact same situation. So you look at Taufik and you think to yourself, is this really a game that you want to play Taufik? No, not really. Then keep Barrios on. If this is not a game that you want to take off Barrios, then okay, but why are you taking off? Like certain things, you just have to sit down and be like, look, we know what's going to happen when this person plays here. I know what I have to expect from Nico Gonzalez. Even at his best, we will not score in there. We know what to expect from Llorente in the midfield. Even at his best, we weren't doing anything crazy there. Either you experiment with the new stuff or don't make the decision. That's all I have to say about that part. So we could talk very briefly on, I guess, on the transfer stuff, although we don't have too much to talk about in terms of new information right now. But yeah.
By the way, Oblak just made his 100th appearance, by the way, for the club in Champions League.
Would have been great to
So-
win it. Would have been real
True.
good to win it.
True,
Nice.
true. That's what he said as well. Like I would have liked to have won tonight, but then yeah, being respectful to the team. What Giuliano said. We tried everything to win. I'm happy that I scored a goal, but I wish we could have won. I congratulate my teammates. We put up a good fight. Again, the same thing. What did Simeone said? We could have won today. I mean, the way we played second half, I don't think so. But okay, we failed to capitalize on our good opportunities. Okay, all right. How many guys do you? How many opportunities do you remember, guys?
Oof. I don't know, opportunities.
In the second half, there was Hanko, and
Hmm.
then I think the buy-in of Pop Shot when he got a pass back. That's about it, really. I don't think we had too many real options. In the first half, there was more, but not a lot more.
Yeah, I
You know?
remember. I remember the Sorloth chance after a Pubil cross.
Yes. Yeah, I remember that. Right.
Okay, this is what Okan Buruk says. Gabriel Salas missed opportunity in the last minute, disappointed us. Oh yeah, I remember that. Save from Oblak, and then the again Lorente came out of nowhere.
Well,
You know, I thought it's a tap in.
that's another thing. It happened. It also happened in the Alaves game. You're not convincing enough. You're not creating good chances, and then in the last minute, Alaves had two chances from Borré, and now we have this Gabriel Sara chance that could have been easily a goal. It was a clear opportunity. Sara missed. Well, he sort of fucked his shot. He put a bit of more of power maybe, and those are times where you weren't convincing enough in the second half, and then it can all slip away in the last minutes because you were stupid defensively.
True, true.
This can
You know
keep happening.
the camera angle. Like I didn't see Lorente at all in that camera angle, and I thought it's a tap in. And then suddenly he comes out of nowhere. Even he didn't expect. I don't know. I think it was Ilmaz or it was someone else. Like even he didn't see Lorente coming.
I think it was.
When
I think it was Yilmaz.
Yeah, quite bad from him. Like he was so slow.
true Lorente, he and then he realized it. Like fuck, like the ball just gone away from him. He probably would have thought like this is going in the back of the net. But yeah, I think Lorente kind of recovered in that one. But yeah, he says they all fought very hard. We are also grateful to our fans. We always need them. Now we will focus on Man City match and we will do our best. And I hope they do their best because we're gonna need Galatasaray to beat City because we have to make top eight. And then
Yes.
this is their goalkeeper, Ogulsan Shakir, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. The last minute chance disappointed us greatly. It was so close, but apart from that, we actually thought before the match that a draw wouldn't be a bad result for us. Okay, so they kind of agreed, and yeah,
We
that's
had a
all.
must-win mentality. They were fine with a draw, and they got the draw. Just oof. I appreciate Galatasaray, and I appreciate the atmosphere that they had. But I think that knowing that the last two games, Galatasaray and Bodo Glimt, and you know that if you win this game, you can almost guarantee a win against Bodo Glimt, and you can get your top eight. And this is what we got in the second half. It's just like that's whatever playoffs. We probably are out of.
Okay, guys. Yeah, quick question. I don't know why I feel like. Okay, no, never mind. Okay, Liverpool just got they're winning 1-0. Never mind. I thought Liverpool was drawing. They were, we had a chance. So because again, I think Sporting and Man City, even if they win their games, I think we can go above them with goal difference because there's not much difference.
Right.
But
What is our
but
problem right now, Alex?
we can't do anything right now. Newcastle has 9 goal difference. So I mean, I can't expect us to score 6 goals against Bodo Glimt or not even 6, like 7 goals.
Yeah,
7 goals against, but that's not happening. 7 goals.
and that's
Uh,
assuming that they don't win
we
the next game with more points.
the only possibility we have if Liverpool draws this game, which they're winning right now.
Yeah, well,
The main problem about the not getting top eight is that you have to play two more games. Like, I am not too worried about our opponent because the teams that could be our rivals aren't too strong. Like I think you have Karabakh, Olympiacos, Monaco, PSV. They are not super strong teams, so that's not what worries me. But more so the true extra games, considering we have a short squad. And as I
Let's say
said
if we
before,
let's say
huh?
if we finish 11. Let's say if we finish 11, I think we're gonna face
Hmm.
PSV.
Yeah, but the points are very tight, so it can change. Our rival can
True, but
change.
what I'm saying right now is if Liverpool or Atalanta, if if Atlanta loses this game and if Liverpool draws their game, then only we have a chance for top eight. Otherwise,
I am
top eight is
I
done.
am I watched the first half of Atalanta Athletic, and
It's not looking good.
there's no way Athletic even score a goal.
Let's say this. Let's say this, right? We had our destiny in our hands and we lost it. So I don't have any expectation. I'm not gonna wait in hopes that something else, like all 3, 4 teams fail so that we have a chance again. It's too much. It's too much.
Yeah, maybe I can expect something from Aubameyang at Marseille. Maybe. But let's see.
Yeah, and should we move
But-
to signings now?
Yes.
The transfer rumors, yeah.
Rumors.
Before
Well-
we do that, ratings quickly, quick. Oblak.
All right, I guess 6.
Yeah,
Good when they
6.
needed him. Maybe 7. I think the 2 saves that he played against Sarah were actually good. Let me take that back. 7. He had a good game. When
I
he
agree.
called
7
him, he was
is good.
there.
7 is
Okay,
good,
7.
Right back,
Llorente.
Llorente. I think I
5.
didn't see much from him today, but 5 would be too low.
Nah, that own goal actually killed our
That
chance.
on goal, yeah, that on goal literally changed the game.
But he
Yeah,
also saved. He also saved that rebound.
yeah, that mistake. It doesn't change his mistake. I'm sorry. Like if they didn't score that goal, do you think Galatasaray have a chance of any time after that to really score on us?
Yeah, apart from
But-
that Sada chance, I don't remember any really good chance.
Ilmaz in the first
Ilmaz,
half.
yeah,
At
true,
the end,
but-
at the end of the first half.
Yeah,
But I
but
think I'll
Which
I'll
was
give- I'll
on
give-
Llorente's side again, by the way. I just
I'll still give him a 6. I think he was good. The way he handled Ilmaz
I'm
was
giving it a
good.
5. Just because he did a lot of other good things, but I think that was one of his weaker games. Let's say that.
All right,
Bill.
Pubil. I think a solid 8.
Yep.
yep.
Same for Hanshko for me.
Yeah. Nothing to complain about. I think they played
Yeah.
pretty well.
Yeah, the only missed chance maybe I can take 7.5, but
Yeah, but you
uh,
can put that.
You
That's
expected
on
you expecting the centre back to be an elite finisher. God damn,
I mean
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
not really that far, but okay. Anyway, Ruggeri, I
Good
think that's a good game. I think he had one good cross. That's it, and that was also I think he was
The one
aiming
that
for
we
Julian
scored with?
Alvarez. I think he was aiming for Julian Alvarez, which landed up to Giuliano.
Oh,
but
wow.
again, the attack happened from his side as well. I think the most of the attacks were happening from Ruggeri's side.
Yeah, I mean, when you
Yeah,
look
but-
at the goal, that was as I said, right? Ruggeri and Almada in the exact right place. They didn't do anything wrong. The problem was not Ruggeri or even Almada, it was Koke, who didn't cover the space. There was a huge gaping space that Koke normally easily covers. Didn't do it the only day. It was an easy run. And then Llorente makes a mistake. I'd argue I might even push Llorente's thing to like 5.5 because of the fact that even though he made the mistake, that ball should have never come in. You know what I mean? So I'm a little. I think he had a good game. I don't think he was an insane game. I think Sané did beat him a few times, but he did good defensively. He got the assist for the goal. Probably could have done a little bit more too, but I think it was good. I'll give him a little 7.5. That's my rating.
7.5 near to Pubil. Okay.
Assist. you are the one that said you have to give them a plus when they
Score or assist.
yeah, exactly.
All right, Fran.
I'm following your rules.
Yeah, I was going to say 7.
Fair
I'll-
enough.
I'll go 6.5.
Damn.
Just because of the assist.
All right.
Uh,
That means you think he was
okay.
playing terrible.
next, Giuliano. 8,
Good game.
I would say 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think.
Yeah,
I still believe he needs to improve on his passes though.
Sure, but it's nice to see that he's building back up his form that he kind of lost throughout the December kind of vibes after he just got his injury. So good,
True.
8. Nothing I can complain about.
Barrios, I think he was having a decent game. Like 7 for me, just because he was taken too early. I think he would have been good like for the last 30 minutes or so.
I agree. I 100% agree with you. Koke though,
Koke, I didn't say much. Just like his jersey number, I'm gonna give him a 6.
I think I will be really harsh. I think this is a four. I think there was a lot of times that Galatasaray nicked the ball off of him specifically in the midfield. There were a lot of moments that I think he just wasn't quite there in terms of the pace of the game, even though I think mentally he was there and he was very physically aware of the things. He just wasn't able to keep up. And it kind of was one of the main weaknesses, if not the main weakness, alongside Solot in that first half. Although I don't think I would be as harsh on Solot in comparison.
I think you're being extra harsh, but I would give him a 5.
I'm being harsh because of that run, because I expect Koke to make lapses in judgments from time to time, not that early into the game, not when the other players are in the right position, and not when there wasn't that much of a space to think. So I think I'm being extra harsh because it's Koke, if that makes sense. So
Yeah,
Because he expects too much. Okay. All
Yeah, I
right.
guess.
Fair enough. Okay. Next we have is Thiago Almada. I think again, like the final pass, like he lacks that. Besides that, he was good only.
6.5, 7.
Yeah,
somewhere.
6.5, 6.5. Yeah, I
6
agree.
for me.
Fair enough. I'll take 6.
All right. Julian Alvarez. I think somewhere in the same zone as well.
Yeah, probably. I think he had a better game, but
I think his
I
head
saw
is not here. I don't know why I feel like his head is not here.
I don't know about
He's,
that. I just think
he's
it's
too
just
much.
you could see moments where he just lacks that confidence to just be what he was last season.
Yeah, I think that's because like he isn't focused. That's what I believe because of every news again like Ben Jacobs Ben. I don't know which is his first name, but yeah, he said that like he has a lot of offers from Premier League and La Liga as well, and then with
I don't know.
Deco meeting his uh,
I don't know about that
intermediaries as well.
because I remember when he was at River, it was very funny because literally every club in Europe wanted him. Every week you had a new rumor: Milan, Tottenham, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Atletico, every team in the Premier League. And even when that was the situation, he won literally best award for the best player in South America. So I don't know if the problem is his head that he has so many offers.
I think it's just it's strange though. Like there's a mix between him not being in his best position and him also not getting full 90s anymore. So I don't know.
I feel like Simeone is not giving him the superstar
No, but
treatment.
again, but it was happening the same last season as well, where he was getting off at 60 minutes, 70 minutes, but he was performing
Last season, when at the end of the season or the start of the season,
at the start of the season and at
Yeah,
the
no,
middle of the
that's
season as well.
that was when he was a new signing. At the end of the season, when he had already proven himself to be who he was, he just kept playing full 90s, and it was just like, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
There's
but
nothing to
he's
talk
not.
about.
It's not playing at that level right now. He's
Even
just
if he's
playing
not,
at like
he has proven last year that he is that player. So you give him
true.
the
And
Simeone is a person who, throughout his entire career, believes in playing people into form. You remember the entirety of 21-22 season was just Griezmann getting minutes. How many games that we lost or drew because Griezmann, who's incredibly out of form, just didn't have that confidence, and he believed in him. Somewhere around second half, you could see semblances of Griezmann, and then the next season he was there.
okay, I was.
We lost him.
Yep. I don't know where he's looking at though, but okay.
Well, anyway, let's say Julian has a 7. No, that's 6.5.
7.
But 6.5 for me.
6.5. Oh, he's back. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Sorry,
we
no, I was,
we concluded actually the conversation. Yeah, we
yeah,
agree
yeah,
on
yeah.
6.5.
That's all I have to say. It was just it is strange that Simeone does not give him the superstar treatment, despite the fact that he has proven that he is that player last season. So that's about it. Yeah, 6.5. 6.5 is probably fair, to be honest. Could have been
solid,
better.
solid 6.
Oh,
5.
yeah, 5 for me too.
Not bad, not good, but I don't really blame him specifically. I think I understand why he was there, but there were moments where you really should have done more. But yeah, that's it. 5.
Yeah,
Subs.
5 for me too.
Subs. Let's start with Alex Pina. He was the first one. Again, I think like he was good at switching up the play when he just came on, and
And
when
then
we
when he
changed
was a
his
forward,
yeah when we changed his position again, that again, I will
You can
feel
really blame him because he's playing somewhere where he doesn't
he
feel
doesn't.
comfortable at all. He's
True,
not good at,
true,
and yeah, well,
true. Yeah,
I'm
but
going to,
for me it's a 5.
then yeah, fair enough.
yeah,
Next up,
it's okay.
Okay, Robert Lenormand.
I
I don't
don't,
remember him.
Five,
I don't,
5.5, maybe 5.5.
I don't remember him doing anything truly bad. I remember one time where Galatasaray, I don't know, it puts a cross maybe, and he was completely alone, ready to clear the ball away, and he sends it to the corner kick. I just remember that and nothing else from Lenormand.
Basically, yeah.
5.5
So
for me.
I don't know. I wouldn't give him up anything more than a 5, if anything.
Athletic just scored.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Jordi Cardoso.
Good, but nothing crazy. I think had he been there with Barrios, this could have been a much better sub. 6.
yeah. When he entered the pitch, he was playing with Llorente in midfield. No,
Very strange. Very strange.
yeah.
Again,
So
I didn't see much. I didn't see much from Johnny Cardoso as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think still the same 5.5.
Nico Gonzalez. I hated watching him.
Gonzalez. Oh
Don't
wow,
let him
he just bashed the camera as well. Bro, we need that. We need that. I think Nico Gonzalez again. 4.5, 5.
4. Let's be real. 4.
Okay, I'm just combining. I'm just combining his jersey numbers. 2 plus 3, 5. Uh, okay. All right. It's probably Noman, Cardoso,
Griezmann.
Griezmann. Again, I didn't see much.
Besides,
Just the free kick, and the bicycle kick. Just because of that. Just because of the efforts. 5.5.
It's he enters the pitch. You don't see him doing much, but he always has that one moment where you remember that, oh, he had a free kick that was really close. Oh, this one time he tried a bicycle kick. So yeah, I don't know, 6.
Oh, okay. Fran is intimidated by the bicycle kick. Okay. All right. We move to the rumors. So again, the latest one, which I have again, I think it's the same players, Kang In Lee, and then basically
Yeah,
that's it.
the latest update is that PSG want 50 million for Kang In
50
Lee.
exactly, which I mean, fuck off. 50 million for Kang In Lee. Literally,
Yeah,
fuck off.
but
His market value is
Atleti,
25 million.
Atletico said that it said that the Atleti were exploring options. Maybe they can buy a percentage or a loan with a buy option. But yeah, pretty high, especially for someone who is a backup for PSG.
I think it's unjustified knowing that he's barely had minutes since his move and he's barely had any real results to justify 50 million. Like if you look at
Exactly.
other attacking options for 50 million right now, like Raul Moro just went to Osasuna for 6 million for 50% of his thing, right? Basically the same amount of output. And he's barely played for Ajax as well. So I'm not saying that Kang Lee is bad. I was expecting somewhere closer to between like 25 to like 35.
True, that makes sense.
I,
Like
am
50,
I shocked?
50 is too much.
I knew the PSG would do this. They always do this. But
It's PSG. They don't need to sell. They don't have any
Exactly.
they're not in a
economic
position-
problems.
and they have good at that. I'm just saying, if you can get closer to 40 or like a little under that, just go for it. Though. Just put down the money and call
I
it.
think 40 is also a bit too much. I think we should not go more than 35.
I think 40 is good because I think I can see. I think he's a player you should and could invest decently in. I think it's the same.
If we
Especially
spend-
if the other
if we
thing
spend-
was Alish Garcia, which was for 20 million.
Yeah, that's.
I like that. I like that option. I like that good option.
Yes.
And then
So-
then something I heard about Gonzalo Ramos, like fuck off.
Oh,
Gonzalo
we talked
Ramos
about that in the preview.
Yeah.
in summer, yeah. Like I don't know why. Like I would have like maybe like when he was at Benfica, maybe then.
Not
Maybe
even
that.
then. I said like Benfica has produced some good forwards over a period of time. Benfica and they've produced quite a few genuine, honest to goodness scams. just to get money off of the line, and that is one of them. If you're going after Gonzalo Ramos, stick with Sola. That's my honest feelings.
True.
Yeah, well,
I agree.
as I said before, Enrique Cerezo talked and said that there's still time for signings, that we will not sign players just for the sake of signing them. Anyone who arrives has to be better than what has left. And so that I think that says to us that, okay, if we have to keep a short squad, let's keep a short squad if we don't find a player that makes sense, you know?
Are
I
you
know.
really trusting? Are you really trusting Enrique Cerezo's interviews? The
Well,
guy is like half drunk always, but I mean, like I think it really Simeone, because Simeone said like he said like a signing will arrive. I'm pretty sure of that, and the club is working on it. So I'd rather believe that than Enrique Cerezo's word, because I think the guy
no.
says one thing.
What I take away from Enrique Cerezo's word is that that he's excusing not getting players, because he's saying, okay, we didn't find the right player, we didn't got anything, so yeah, we'll just go on with a short squad, you know. But yeah, I think one signing is going to come, because you can't go into the second half of the season, which is the toughest in terms of schedule, with 19 players. No,
I don't mind that, because if we had quality players in 19, I wouldn't have a problem. The problem is there's a few players in here that, like, okay, so we have Longley, we have Lenormand, we have Nico Gonzalez. Solis is somebody you can improve on. Like, these are not players that you would. These are not players that you would say, yeah, this is a real good bench. It's like there's some good players on the bench, and there's some players that if they come onto the pitch, I start to look at the time and see how much longer does Atletico have before they make a mistake. So yeah, I kind of do want somebody to come in, because Nico Gonzalez he's not guaranteed to stay yet. But if we don't bring anybody in, we're putting on 35 million on somebody who we know for a fact is not good enough. I don't know.
You know, Nico Gonzalez is good. Like, you know, like if you wanna throw him in the match with 20 minutes left, he'll give you that energy. He'll give you that tracking back as well. Perfect guy.
Not really, but
No, like for 20 minutes to go, 20 minutes to go, he can be useful.
he didn't really track back that much in this game, for instance. Like, I don't know, like the idea of Nico Gonzalez and the reality of Nico Gonzalez has been very different for me.
and
If that makes sense.
And what we need to hope is that he gets an injury, maybe, and we don't have to sign him, because it's 35 million for a player that offers you very little, and that's not good at all. But I feel like, imagine if it's a sort of longless situation where the loan is over, we have no obligation to buy, and
We still go for it.
yes, like there's no obligation to buy him, but we still buy him. I see that.
That's a stupid. I don't know why like we go for deadwoods as well from other clubs. Like for
It can
example,
work out, you know.
And for example, like Gonzalo Ramos, like he's a deadwood at PSG right now, and like you're going for him. Like if you really, you know, like if you have guts, why don't you go for Nuno Mendes? Have some, show some guts.
They put down.
No,
They
no,
put down. Hold on, calm. They
Show
put
some
down
guts.
65. They put down 65 million packaroos for that one. We're not getting them.
Fine. Look, PSG is looking 50 million, right, for Kang In Lee.
You know who's somebody I would like?
Go for
Mbaye.
Pacho. Go for Pacho. 50 million. Go for
Go for
Pacho.
Mbaye from the academy. He had a really good tournament with Senegal. I would actually kind of like him.
Again,
if you-
Atleti by young players, especially
Yeah, true. But
academy players. Yeah.
Simeone.
But I
has
100%
African
get the
players.
idea what you're saying, though.
No, but I'm saying go for Pacho. Go for Fabian Ruiz. Go for
Well,
João
and-
Neves. Vitinha. There are like numerous players you can get from PSG. Gonzalo Ramos, from all of them. Like seriously.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. Even Beraldo would have been a better option in terms of somebody you could get like as a substitute left centre back over Longley or something, you know?
yeah,
We're not very
I
ambitious.
really like Pacho though. Pacho for me is like the.
Yeah, you're not getting him though. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, like if you really want to put 50 million, but yeah, go on front, like yeah.
no. I really like what you say about Beraldo, when he was at Sao Paulo, I asked for him at Atletico. But looking at more likely rumors, Alex Garcia, it's one of the best that have appeared, really. I think the best option for us in midfield from the ones that have been rumored. Every time I've watched Bayer Leverkusen this season, he has been incredible. I think his first season at Leverkusen wasn't great, but now he's established himself as a starter and playing really well, and he'd be really good for us. I don't know what you guys think.
I agree. I think, especially because we've seen him at a very high level in Spain, and we know that it wouldn't be very expensive. Apparently, they were saying it's not going to be expensive.
Yeah, 2025, I think.
Not an issue with that. I know he's a little bit older than the other options, but when you consider that what the actual position that we need, we know what our two starters should be. It's Johnny and Barrios, right?
Yep.
When you look at your bench and you see Alex Garcia, you feel like, nice, okay, we can give Johnny some.
He's not old. He's 28. I mean, yeah,
he's not that old. He's older than the other options. Not old, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So if I was to say, yeah, I would I like to see Alex Garcia for sure. For that price, for sure. It also means that we have more money to work with in other areas if it is the actual reported price and if he is very willing to go. My only caveat is that I think he's played really well in the 6 for Girona and at times for Leverkusen, but not so much for the Spanish national team, which has been a bit strange to me. But besides that, no complaints on Alex Garcia.
I mean, it's nothing concrete about it yet, but we still have, I think we have 1 week or so. I think a lot of things will develop, especially the next week, I guess.
In my opinion, considering how fast that we sold, we really should have already gotten somebody to come in by now, at least one.
I definitely agree. But anyway, guys, just before we leave, again, how Atleti can go to top 8? And the answer is, yeah, we're not making it. Because, okay, Barca just scored. Now they're on 13 points as well. They're fighting the same battle which we are. Okay, something happened. The positions just shifted.
Yeah, and Athletic just scored, so they are losing. Atlanta are losing.
Now we have opportunity again. Then we have to compete against Barca, City. Okay, if the results stay the same, there is one space open. And to beat it again, you have to.
Liverpool are 3-0 up.
No, again, we can only compete against. If Liverpool draw as well, then we have 2 places open. Okay, who does Liverpool play next match in Champions League?
Let me check. Carabao.
Okay, they're winning that one. Okay, all right. I mean that if they draw this match.
I'm not pleasantly, but I'm shocked by Tottenham being as high as they are in the Champions League, considering how bad they've been in the league.
They have been in the Champions League. They have been really bad as well.
Really?
Yesterday's game against Dortmund, the second half, Dortmund played with one less player and pretty much dominated the game. But yeah, Tottenham are getting points.
Okay.
As opposed to the league, But in terms of play, like not really much special from them.
But yeah, guys, if Liverpool draws, they play Karabakh next. But again, the goal difference is it's only 4. So we're playing Bodo. If we manage to beat them at goal difference, maybe we can do something. And then again, 2 spots open up. And then Sporting is playing Athletic Bilbao. So if Athletic Bilbao are Spanish, whatever you're gonna frenemies, whatever you wanna call them, again, if they get a better result against Sporting, okay, that's one option as well. Next is Barca. Okay, who is Barca playing next? Barca is playing.
Barca is playing Copenhagen.
Okay, so they're winning as well. Barca is winning as well. Again, the goal difference matters over here. Barca is playing Copenhagen. Okay, City is playing Galatasaray. Okay, and then we have Atalanta final match is against
Union Saint-Gilloise.
Okay, and it's away game as well. So again, I think it all depend on the goal difference at the final day. If this results stay the same, and if Barca doesn't concede one more goal, which I think they're pretty much gonna win this match only, But again, we have one spot open. It depends on the goal difference. If Liverpool draws, then two spots open. Again, depends on the goal difference. I think the good option would be to, like, do something like we did against Celtic, 6-7 goals. I would definitely qualify for it, which I don't see it happening this season
It
though,
is
because
easier said than done. But
If
I
we
am
could create a second chance, I don't see us creating six against Bodo.
I am looking like a real idiot right now though, because like 30 minutes ago I said there's no way Athletic are scoring, and now they've came back are winning.
But anyway, just before we end, just a quick question. Fran, one of our fans, he not fan, like what am I even saying? Never mind. One of the person commented on a YouTube video. Last time I wasn't there, and last time you weren't there. So this is from Shivan. Shivam. He asked a question.
Hmm.
You can be brief about it. So who are the Uruguayan prospects you are excited for, which have recently arrived in La Liga? And should Atleti should go for any of them? So Boselli, Borbas, and Fonseca, Satriano, Alan Musturo, and Alvaro Rodriguez.
Okay, so Boselli looks quite shaky in South America. He was bought by River, and he was like a prospect and never played well anywhere outside of right back. And he's supposed to be a center back, so I'm not expecting anything from him, apart from maybe, I don't know, Bordalas turning him into a defensive monster. Maturro, I was very excited about him. I think he's one of the best prospects that came out of Uruguay, but he's been struggling with form and injuries. He was very good against Real Madrid, so I am still hopeful about him. Then the strikers, Borbas, Satriani. Again, those were two very promising players. I think Satriano had a really good season not long ago at Brest, where he was really good, but
Was I?
okay, it was all right. But he never could replicate any of that. So Satriani, I don't expect much from him. Borbas as well. He started playing really young. Went to Brazil and also didn't live to expectations. And who am I missing? Fonseca. Fonseca. Okay, Fonseca, one of the worst midfielders I have ever seen at horrible player. It's those midfielders that they have the ball on their feet and all they do is send long pass forward. I hate him, so don't expect much from him. But who else? Who else is there? Am I missing someone?
Alvaro
No.
Rodriguez.
Alvaro Rodriguez. Well, we talked about him in the last episode.
Yes.
The Uruguay had a really good under-20 team that won the World Cup. Well, he wasn't in the World Cup. He was in the Copa America that's played like 6 months before, and he was like the best player there. I loved him. I thought he was going to be like what Gonzalo Garcia is being right now for Real Madrid.
but
but
Ancelotti hates youngsters, so he didn't get his chance.
Yeah, so and now he's looking really good at Elche, really good target man. I have high hopes for him, and wouldn't be bad for Atletico, as we said in the previous episode. So yeah, those are those players.
So guys, just like Shivam, like if you want to ask us something, feel free to ask us. You guys can leave your questions in the comment section. And like always, like and subscribe. Help us reach 500 subscribers. And we'll see you guys soon for the preview of our next game, which I have lost account who we are playing this weekend because yeah. Anyway, you'll see us soon. And until then, Atleti. And yeah, again, I'm telling you guys, like our chances for top it are very minimal. It's the same Club World Cup situation going on at the moment. But anyway, we'll see you guys soon. Ciao ciao.